Welcome back to Teresa's Dead. My name is Teresa and I'm very much alive. I have an awful garbage filthy mouth, so viewer discretion is advised. But if you're not into that or weird shit in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to exit out the video here, no harm, no foul. But I'll remember our time fondly. Why hello my little green bean casseroles, welcome to Deadmas. I know I missed a couple of days, but work is destroying me and I hate it. Anyway, I apologize because a lot of products that I'm going to be talking about, I probably should have done reviews on them earlier in the month or the end of November, but you know, this is not my full-time job. So this was the time that I got to it, but rest assured, I feel like people just don't care about this, but I care, and that's really all that matters, right? Anyway, in today's fun-sized video, the category is holiday, and we have a lot of holiday products to talk about from Chantecaille, Patrick Ta, HAUS Labs, Too Faced, I know, and Natasha Denona. As we all want to find the perfect products to wear when we have to attend disappointing family gatherings, let's see who reigns supreme, and we're going to start off with Chantecaille. Full disclosure, this collection was sent to me in PR, but regardless if this was sent or not, I'm going to give you my full, unfiltered, disgusting comments. Chantecaille released 3 products this holiday season. We have a Lumiere eyeshadow, a blush, and a highlighter. But before I break it down by product, can we talk about how fucking cute the packaging is? This is what I imagine you'll find in Ariel's collection. You know, that bitch from The Little Mermaid. Yeah, I said it, she's a bitch, okay? Ursula forever. They're adorable. They're adorable little pieces. And they really make for like bougie little centerpieces in your vanity. They're fucking stunning. And I know a lot of people really didn't like the flower packaging that came out earlier this year. And I will say, while I appreciated it because it reminded me of cute little erasers I had as a child, some of the pieces did come off. These little bitches, they're here to stay, and I know that because I have thrown these completely by accident across my room and they always stayed intact, so yeah, I love that. Anyway, seriously, it was a complete accident, okay? I'm not just throwing shit about. Anyway, we're gonna start with the eyeshadow. It's $75 and it's described as a shimmering eyeshadow that lights up the eyes with a soft, pearly glow. Real talk, if this wasn't sent to me in PR, I probably would have never picked it up. And I say that because Chantecaille doesn't make my favorite eyeshadow formula. And that is my least favorite thing about this brand. I love everything else, but when it comes to their eyeshadows, they're just okay. And for the price point, it's a no. But there are a couple of eyeshadows that I really do enjoy. There's a couple of duos that are really awesome. And then there's also a quad that came out around the same time as the Blur powder. And that one's fantastic. And it's probably due to the fact it has a duochrome in it. It's probably the reason why I like it so much. But everything else has kind of been, you know, okay. When it comes to like light washes of color, you know, I really actually kind of prefer more Asian eyeshadow brands as opposed to Chantecaille. And the reason for that is because of the price point. So if this wasn't sent to me, I would have never picked it up. That said, this is fucking nice and I'll shut the fuck up about it because I really, really enjoy it. This has to be one of the nicer formulas that I've tried from the brand. And what I like about it is that it's really incredibly easy to use. It's really the true definition of a one and done eyeshadow. It adheres really nicely with a dry brush or a saturated brush. You will get a little bit of glitter bukkake if you do use a dry brush. So I definitely recommend saturating it or using some sort of glitter glue. This is a beautiful duochrome shade. Granted, it's a diet duochrome shade, but regardless, the bitch is beautiful. And I say diet because if you compare this with, say, an indie brand, it's no competition. If you want something super saturated and intense, I recommend checking out any indie company. This is more of like, I don't know, like it gives you an ethereal glow, but it's definitely on the diet side. It's on the lighter side. You know, for $75, I don't think it's worth $75. And I say that because I think you can get more bang for your buck with Chantecaille's face products that are about the same price. The bronzers are fantastic, their powders and their blushes, their skincare is fucking unbelievable. I would say if you have that kind of money for this little eyeshadow that you're not going to use all the time, I don't think it's worth it. But if you are flipping into coins fucking DuckTales style, who am I to tell you otherwise? This is really great. And thinking about all the eyeshadows I have tried from this brand, this is now my favorite. But in all reality, you could totally skip this. Moving on to the Rouge Pearl Blush. This one also retails for $75. This soft pink blush is incredibly pigmented, so a little bit does go a long way. There is a hint of sheen to the product that gives your cheeks like an extra bit of glow without emphasizing texture. It's kind of like a highlight enhancer, if you will. I think the combination of the blush and the highlighter in this collection is just, it's so fucking pretty. It's actually what I have on my face today. I love it. I love it. I think it's so pretty. The combination of this product and the highlighter is absolutely stunning. Again, another product that has incredible wear time and it looks so effortless on the skin. Like I mentioned, it is pigmented, so you really don't need to go into the product. And I find when buffing it into the skin, really just gives you this like natural glow. It's so pretty. Now I found this product to have like a similar blush quality to the Flower Power blush, and that was $50. This one is $75, and I imagine the only reason why it's so much money is because of the mother of pearl on top of it. So I know you're paying for the packaging, and the packaging, yes, it is fucking pretty, but is it worth $75? No. I wish they would have had a simpler packaging and just charged $50. I feel like it would be a much more attractive price point. Granted, it's still high, but I would be like, okay, it makes sense. This, I'm like, I don't know. So again, like, this is very beautiful and I love how it looks on the skin. And I really, truly adore Chantecaille's cheek products. It's just, I don't know, it could be less knowing that they released something similar to this earlier this year that was $25 less, so. And last but not least, we have the highlighter. The Pearl Lumiere highlighter is a subtle highlighter with a pearly pink undertone. So this product is on the lighter side, but you can build it up to have this much more sluttier opacity. However, it doesn't compare to some of the more super sluttier highlights I have in my collection. This is more in the realm of like a punched up demure alien slut, if you will. You will be noticed. The formula is incredibly beautiful. It glides so easily on the cheek and it blends in beautifully with the other products. You know, I think when it comes to highlighter, there are definitely two camps. You either want to be seen from outer space or you want to have that subtle glow from within. And what I like about this product is that I can maintain both in many ways. Well, no, maybe I'm not going to be seen from outer space. I will be noticed. Because in ways I feel like this borders on bad bitch energy. And I mean that in the best possible way. When wearing this highlighter, I'm about to take over the company and there will be fundamental changes. No one's safe. Yes, this is expensive. And I was most certainly going to pay out of pocket for this if they decided not to send this to me. Because that's how much I love fucking highlighter. I love fucking love highlighter. God damn it. You know what I mean. And I like this a hell of a lot more than that fucking Besame highlighter that I just, ooh, like I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I'm so mad about it. Anyway, I love this product because I feel like it pairs so beautifully with other products that I have in my collection. It makes for a wonderful soft inner corner highlight and it's just so good. The formula is so good. Dare I say, fucking, I think it's totally worth the splurge. I do. I know it's a lot of fucking money, but comparing this to Besame, you're just gonna be so upset about. At least with this product, there's a fucking pan embossing, okay? And it's beautiful. This teeny tiny bird that I totally fucked up because I've been loving this product way too much. I still see it, but whatever. It was prettier when I first got it. And hell of a lot better than that Besame trash that has nothing. Anyway, love this. Totally recommend this. The other two, they're pretty. You don't necessarily need them. But if you do catch them on sale, any of this stuff, highly fucking recommend checking out because I totally think you should save yourself some money. We're gonna move on to another cheek product and that's from Patrick Ta. The Major Headlines Blush Palette retails for $58. A limited edition palette of 3 major Beauty Headlines double take cream and powder blush shades. Create an endless variety of looks with these new color duos of luminous cream and velvety powder blushes. So in this palette you get 3 different shades. She's a Doll, which is like your poppy pink. She's Vibrant, which is classified as like a bright orange pink. And then you have She's Baked, which is like a tan mauve shade. Which, by the way, is it mauve or mauve? Because I've heard it both ways. And I feel like up until this year, I've never heard mauve, and now I hear it all the time. And I'm like, was I saying it wrong the whole time? Probably, but anyway, educate me somebody, please. Love you. Just educate me. I would love to know because I feel like I'm fucking up here. Anyway, if you are familiar with the Major Headline blushes, you know what's up because this formula is exactly the same. On the top, you have the cream. On the I don't know why that just made me laugh. I am a child. And on the bottom, you have powder. I like this formula because while incredibly pigmented, where a little bit does go a long way, it's actually incredibly easy to use. And this product has the best longevity for blush I have ever seen. The cream blush has a hydrating finish, which provides that dewy look on the skin. And it's the type of cream blush that works well whether you're using a brush or a sponge, and it doesn't pick up the products underneath. Everything just blends beautifully. This product also does dry down, so you don't have to worry about it being tacky all day. What is really nice about this formula is while yes, it is fucking pigmented, if you do go ham, you can blend it out to have much more of a softer finish. So the powder side is fantastic. For a matte blush, this doesn't fall flat. It has a natural finish and blends beautifully into the skin. Again, incredible longevity, super fucking pigmented. So a little bit does go a long way. If you're a type of bitch that loves a good blush moment, bitch, look no further. You can easily use both products to kind of give you that sophisticated yet haunted doll vibe that we all love. I love that I can lay the cream blush down and then add the powder for a little bit more pop. And I also like the fact that I can mix and match the colors, ultimately making more colors. Now, going back to the pigmentation on this, again, I want to reiterate, this is fucking pigmented. Like, this bitch is pigmented. No matter what side you use, it's pigmented. So since I look like uncooked chicken, I found the best way to apply this product is actually on the back of my hand first and kind of tap off any excess and then apply either the sponge or the brush to the face. Because the first time when I took the sponge or the brush straight to the face, I was like, holy shit, my face is another color. Like, this shit is pigmented. I was able to blend it out, which is nice, but I think just to avoid that, just put it on the back of your hand and then apply. Make your life a whole lot easier. That said, I really do love this cheek palette. This was fun and honestly one of the better holiday releases, which I have to say, this year holiday releases were pretty fucking good. And I really hope that this brand continues to make more stuff like this in 2022. And I think for the price point, it's fucking awesome considering each duo retails for about $34. So in my opinion, this was a great value. Again, I cannot stress how lovely this little palette is. And if you are like me and uncooked chicken, don't be scared of the bright colors. If I can make this work, bitch, you can make this work, okay? This is great. So the next brand I want to talk about is HAUS Labs. And this is the first thing that I ever picked up from the brand. I did receive something in my Ipsy bag one month, and I believe it was a product from the brand's initial launch. And honestly, I don't remember it. I don't remember it. I don't know if it, yeah, it's a forgettable product. I don't even know what it was. I think it was something to do with glitter and eyebrows. Why? Why the fuck would you want that? No. Okay, there's a time and place to take ecstasy, okay? And it's not on a Monday. I feel like people will disagree with that, right? There's a lot to unpack with that statement, but whatever, okay? It's just not for a Monday. Ecstasy is more of like a Friday, Saturday. Anyway, so when this collection was announced, my makeup dick perked right up. There was something so beautiful about this collection that I needed to try it. I picked up 2 blushes, the highlighter, liquid liner, and a highlighter brush. I'm gonna start with the eyeliner first. This retails for $20 and it's the standard eyeliner formula that this brand has, except it's in the snazzy gold packaging. 1, I feel like a fucking boss bitch with this shit in my hand, okay? And 2, the formula is hands down the best liquid eyeliner formula I have ever fucking used, especially when it comes to black liquid liner. Fenty who? Fuck you, I don't even care. Any other brand that I can't think of right now? Fuck off. This is amazing. And if I never get anything from this collection again, I will happily repurchase this time and time again. The brush tip for this is unbelievable. It's comfortable, it glides effortlessly on the eyelid without tugging or skipping. And the formula is excellent for those who have sensitive eyes. I didn't find this product to bleed at all. And even when I got a little too close to the sun and poked myself in the eye with it, it was fine. My eye was a-okay, which I wish I could say the same for some other brands that I felt like permanently scarred me, but I will shut up. Anyway, I think the biggest thing about this product is the tip. And for someone who has hooded eyes, you can understand liquid liner is the devil because you only have so much real estate space. And if you go too ham, it looks like somebody punched you in the fucking face. So I love that I'm able to get really, really close to the lash line and it doesn't look like it's overtaking my lid. I love that this formula dries down fast. It's a matte black. It looks stunning. I don't experience any fading, any cracking, any flaking, and the longevity is awesome. It's a bitch to come off, and I love that with a liquid liner because as someone who has sensitive watery eyes, usually liquid liner disappears. Not this one. This one is fabulous. And I almost want to pick up a couple more just in the gold packaging because that's how much I'm obsessed with it. This looks so good. And I know it comes in like a standard matte black packaging and that's fine. But when compared to this, who is she? Who cares? She's the winner. She's the winner, obviously. So I love this. Listen, if you're gonna get anything from HAUS Labs, try the eyeliner. You will not regret it. So we're gonna move on to the blushes. The Tutti Gel Powder All Over Rouge comes in 4 different shades and retail for $32. So I picked up 2 shades. The first one is Rossini, which is more of like a bubblegum pink. And then you have Bellini, which is more of a peachy color. I like these blushes a lot. Honestly, they exceeded my expectations. The gel powder formula is so incredibly easy to use. It's not the most pigmented blush out of the gate. When you say compare this with Patrick Ta is like full on fucking clown. This one you have to build up, but you know, I like that. I personally like to control the pigmentation of blush. But rest assured, if you want to look like a fucking clown, you can totally do that with these. I found the formula to be comfortable on the skin, easy to blend, and it doesn't emphasize any texture. And it truly lasts all fucking day. And what I like about these two blushes in particular is that they have a nice like level of warmth to the face. Like this pink is not a cool tone pink, and this peach is obviously not cool tone. It just kind of gives you that permanent vacation look that sometimes I really adore on blush. Because even though my mind's a mental prison, I like to pretend I go on vacation every now and again. The packaging feels very Hermes, except for half the fucking price. It actually looks really, really similar to those products, except smaller. And these have gold trim. These are great, and I'm actually considering picking up the other two blushes because I really, really do enjoy the quality of it. Now, the other product I'll mention before we jump into the highlighter is the brush. This was fine. It was 20 bucks. You know, I of course love it because it's gold and it's bougie and it's really adorable. Did I really need it? No. I don't think this is like the best highlighter brush in the land. For that, it's the AOA Shop Miss A brush. I think it's like $3. That's a banging highlighter brush. $3, okay? Like you can't beat that. That one's fantastic. So like in comparison to this, it's like, this is cute. I'm just paying for the packaging. I'm not really paying for anything else. The brush tip is really nice. The hairs feel really, really nice and soft on the skin. It's just, there wasn't anything super special about this other than the gold packaging. So like, save yourself some coin. Now, moving on to the highlighter. This guy retails for $42. And this is also a gel powder formula. And honestly, I was just really worried that this was going to be way too dark for my skin. And in theory, it is. For a universal shade, this is better suited for anyone that doesn't have fair skin. That said, this highlighter is super metallic. It doesn't emphasize any texture or have any sort of micro glitter attached to it. It does melt into the skin to kind of give you that really beautiful alien silhouette look that we love on this channel. And for me, the only reason why I'm keeping it is because I can get away with it if I put the highlighter down first and then put the blush on top of it. It makes the gold a little less noticeable that it's definitely wrong for my skin tone. And I think the combination of the two is absolutely stunning. And again, brings a nice warmth to the face without turning me into a fucking Cheeto. This collection in a whole is like, I know I said this in my makeup bingo, but it's like what I imagine I would look and feel like as I'm roaming the hills of Italy, aka effortlessly beautiful. So I think the next time I'm in a Carrabba's, and I'll make sure to wear this exact combination so I can pretend I'm on vacation with my lover for a brief moment. And I say brief moment because I'm sure some fucking kid will start crying, or I'll overhear someone talking about their bunion surgery. And then there I go, being transported back to Smithtown, Long Island. Which, by the way, is the best Carrabba's in Long Island, so that's why I'm mentioning that one. That's for me and me only. Okay. Anyway, much like the blush, it has the Hermes packaging, and this is really cute. You know, while I figured out how to make this work for me, it's not my favorite product from this collection because I feel like I can only make this work if I use these blushes. So I think if you look like me, a plastic Stop and Shop bag of teeth and soiled diapers, I would say skip. This is nice, but it's not a necessity. The blushes though, that's where it's at. The blushes and the eyeliner. Everything else, you could skip. Unless you're not fair, then shit, everything is fair game. Except for the brush. Don't bother with the brush. Anyway, my ears are now perked up for this brand if they do release more highlighters in the future, because if it's anything like this formula, oh, I'm sold. Except I hope the color works for me. The next product is from Natasha Denona. Now, I didn't do a full review on this because I shared my thoughts pretty quickly in a makeup bingo, but there was a fair amount of people that wanted me to include this in a fun size, so that's why this is here. And I'm glad I'm doing this because I kind of have a couple more thoughts about this palette now. So for $59, Natasha Denona came out with the Glam Face and Eye Palette. A palette featuring both eye and cheek essentials in universal neutral tones with 5 ultra pigmented eyeshadows, a cream blush, and a highlighter. So I purchased it in the lighter version because again, my skin resembles soiled diapers apparently. Okay, anyway. And I think my biggest gripe about this palette is that the blush sucks. Everything else is excellent. The eyeshadows are super fucking pretty. The shimmer formula has a beautiful metallic feeling, and the mattes are beautifully smooth. And this is the quality that I love from Natasha Denona. The biggest con from the eyeshadows is that there is a fair amount of glitter bukkake. Other than that, it's a great basic bitch color story. Sure, you're not gonna have many options with this one because you really can't do much with it, but the 2 looks that you can make with it will be very, very pretty. The longevity, the blendability, everything about the eyeshadows with the exception of the Bukkake is awesome. So we're gonna move on to the highlighter in this palette, and it's called Star Glow. This is absolutely fucking fantastic. And the formula in this highlighter has that like super slick metallic feel that I really personally like in highlighters, because I love when highlighters give me the appearance that I have food poisoning. It's slutty, it's metallic. Yes, there is a bit of glitter in it, but it blends beautifully into the skin without it emphasizing any texture. 10 out of 10, wonderful, would recommend, and I wish that this brand would release more highlighters in this formula. I know I got the highlighter last year and it just wasn't all that amazing or anything. It just wasn't anything. This is a vast improvement from last year's highlighter, in my opinion. I know a lot of people like that highlighter. No, it was garbage. But not like me, not the good kind. Now, regarding the cream blush, it's fucking weird. You have to really dig into the pan to kind of get any sort of pigment. It also kind of has like this really weird gross film that has developed on top of it, even though there's a nice little clear plastic window. It doesn't matter. This bitch is still really weird and textured, and not a fan. I think she's growing actually. So in order for me to kind of get any sort of pigment, I would have to really go in with a brush, because with a sponge, it wasn't doing much of anything. So you really need to dig your brush into the product to get any sort of pigment. And here's the thing, I think the color is very pretty, but beyond that, it wasn't anything special. I don't mind when I have to build up blushes. I really don't mind it, almost prefer it. But there was nothing, I don't know, there was nothing about this formula that was a standout in my opinion. And in regards to cream products, usually with cream products, it's very easy to apply to the skin. And this was just very stiff. I don't know, I'm just not a fan of it. And when I was able to get it to where I wanted it to be, the color, while pretty, it was okay. Kind of looked a little too matte on the skin. Kind of looked a little dried out. I don't know, it was just not fucking amazing. So it kind of sucks that 3/4 of the palette is wonderful. It's just the 1/4 that's like, I could have dealt without it. So if you were consider picking this up, I would highly recommend getting it on sale. Paying full price is a shame. And I'm glad that I picked this up during the Sephora VIB sale, because at least I saved 20% off. So I'm not too mad that one of the shades sucked, because at least I got it on a discount. Silver lining. Love it. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about Too Faced. And yes, it's the You're So Hot bronzer. Now keep in mind this did have a lip gloss attached to it, as well as a bag. I threw that lip gloss out. I don't like the plumping lip glosses, plus it had like a weird reaction on my skin, and yeah, not a fan of it. So fuck that product, it can go straight to hell. And the bag was fine. I don't know where it is, but the bag was cute. But this right here, we're gonna talk about this. This bronzer, first of all, is a fucking siren. Look at it. Look at it. I feel like an asshole. And I feel like an asshole because why am I even buying this? For some weird reason, Too Faced does something to me around the holidays where I just look at their packaging a little bit more and I'm like, oh, like it's an old lover. Like, oh, I want to catch up with you. And I have to say, at least the last 2 years, I have thoroughly enjoyed oh God, I have thoroughly enjoyed some of their bullshititude with like the pumpkin spice palette. I really enjoyed the cinnamon roll palette, and I think those tin palettes have been wonderful. But when I think about the one bronzer I purchased, there was a gingerbread man, I am still so mad about it because it was fucking stunning, but it just was so shitty, the formula. It was so shitty and red, and I remember like, I was like, oh, okay, it's not bad. But then the more I used it, I was like, this is gross. I hate this. Like, why is this in my collection? And I decluttered that shit. But that's sad. I saw this little teeny tiny cup of hot chocolate and I was like, I need to have it. The You're So Hot bronzer is described as a sexy and silky smooth hot cocoa limited edition bronzer that glides into the skin effortlessly for a weightless, barely there feel and a buildable luminous glow that smells like decadent hot cocoa. So this retails for $39 and it's adorable. The pan embossing is fucking everything. And I hate to admit this, but I'm obsessed with this. I'm obsessed with this product because it's really good. I know. I am a clown and I recognize that. And this will definitely be going on the list of clown fucking purchases in the future. Hello, my name is Teresa and I'm in love with the stupid gimmicky fucking bronzer. Thank you. When I tell you I'm obsessed, I am fucking obsessed. I love how this looks on the skin. I love how this looks on my stupid fucking skin. And I think this product is only meant for those that look like an old-timey ghost, like myself. If you are darker than an old-timey ghost, this is not gonna work for you. Don't even look at this product, okay? For all intents and purposes, for you, this should be shot off into space for it to die and explode, and I get that. But again, old-timey ghost, You're gonna love it. This bronzer has a luminous finish and it's a proper neutral tone option. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, it's perfect. You do have to build up this product, which I don't mind, because much like the blushes, I'd rather be able to control pigmentation. And to me, I prefer that in a bronzer because when something can be a little bit too pigmented, sometimes it feels like a race with the devil. To try to blend it out, especially with bronzer sometimes. And I love that I'm able to control the pigmentation with this product. Yes, the bronzer smells like a hot cocoa. Even my broken fucking nose, I can still smell it. And it's not off-putting. There are some products that have like that sweet smell that I usually steer clear of because it just attacks my nasal cavity. This one doesn't. Yes, it has a smell when you put your nose into it, but when it's on the skin, I don't smell it anymore. This is fucking wonderful and dare I say, one of the best products for this year. Yeah, I said it and it's gonna be on my best of list. I am embarrassed. I am so embarrassed by this right now. I'm leaving my body. Anyway, the longevity is perfect. The formula is easy to use. It's so incredibly natural and just flattering on the skin. And I loved it so much that I actually bought a fucking backup. Yep, you heard right, I bought a backup. Now, the bronzer is made up of 3 different parts. You have a light brown shade, a white shade, and a dark brown shade. And I take my brush and I just use all 3 colors and it's absolutely perfect. I feel like each shade brings a good balance to provide this really beautiful natural glow. So yeah, I honestly cannot believe how much I love it, but like it's so good. So I think if you have fair skin, you should definitely look into it. It's really fucking pretty. I know. So yeah, I totally think it's worth checking out unless you have skin that is darker than fair skin. Fucking run for the hills. You'll hate this product. It's not worth it. With that said, I do have some other holiday stuff, but that is going to come tomorrow. In tomorrow's video, we're gonna be talking about some multi-chrome holiday releases with Lethal Cosmetics, Auric, Sugar Drizzle, as well as Kaleido. So definitely check out tomorrow's fun size multi-chrome edition. Ooh. Anyway, now I want to hear from y'all. Let me know down below if you have any of these products or if you were planning on picking up any of them. And actually let me know what your favorite holiday release has been this year. Let me know because I love hearing from you. And with that said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. As always, feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, to all my beautiful, wonderful patron bubbies. Thank you so much for keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, trashy, really filthy, really gross, really disgusting. Garbage boat float, couldn't do without you, and I love your adorable little delicious faces. If you want to know what's currently on my face, along with where to get any of these products, everything will be listed in the description box below. And I'll see you, little crumb cakes, tomorrow. Bye.